Hello and welcome to the Stronghold Digital Mining Daily Update. Today is Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. Let's go ahead and put up the chart. It's a little tracker. It should be on the screen right now. So for May 16th, SDIG closed higher than $1 per share. So that's going to be really important to track in the days ahead. Okay, back on me now. The reason why, of course, is because even though we effectuated successfully a reverse stock split, we still need to maintain a minimum bid price of at least $1 a share or more for 10 consecutive business days, ending on Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. So that tracker is going to help us keep track of the number of days that we close at or above $1 per share as a minimum bid price. Okay, let's take a look at another graph here. Let's put it up on the screen right now. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you see SDIG, and then on the right-hand side, you see a mystery company. So under SDIG, we have a market cap of around $87 million. Now, for this mystery company, the market cap is about $109 million. For SDIG, the installed hash rate is approximately 3.4 exahash. For the mystery company, the installed hash rate is approximately 2.3 exahash. For SDIG, the principal debt is around $60 million. And for the mystery company, the principal debt is approximately 146 million, upwards almost actually of 150 million in principal debt. So take a look at these two graphs, right? SDIG on the left, the mystery company on the right. And so a reasonable question to ask is, hey, which company appears to be more attractive? From my perspective, SDIG appears to be more attractive, given the fact that it has a higher installed hash rate as we potentially go into a Bitcoin bull market, and the principal amount of debt is only $60 million. And actually, as you may already know, we don't have any mandatory amortization payments through July of 2024. Mystery company on the right-hand side has a much lower installed hash rate, has really a gigantic amount of principal debt. And when you look at those two graphs, let's come back to me now. Which of those two companies would you consider investing in? And why, by the way, is our company valued at about $87 million when this other mystery company has a market cap of almost $110 million? And what is this mystery company, you might ask? Interestingly enough, the mystery company is actually us. This was Stronghold Digital Mining about a year ago, around this same time 1 year ago. So May 2022, we had a market cap of about $109 million. We had installed hash rate capacity of about 2.3 exahash, and we were really kind of like being crushed by a mountain of debt, almost $150 million in principal debt. And yet the market at that time deemed it appropriate and reasonable to give us a market valuation of upwards of $110 million. Whereas today, here we are with a market cap under $90 million. We have 3.4 exahash of installed capacity with a very credible roadmap towards hitting 3.6 and then ultimately close to 4 exahash this year. Okay, very credible. And we have a far more sustainable principal debt load of about 60 million with no mandatory amortization payments through July of 2024. SDIG on the left, mystery company on the right. You can rewind, pause that, and just take a look at that for a moment. And then you ask yourself, what has really changed? If anything, we are better positioned today than we were a year ago to ultimately take advantage of what I think many credible market, commentators have begun to speculate is probably, let's phrase it this way, maybe kind of like the end of crypto winter. Maybe there's going to be a bit of a thawing period, and then there's a very, very legitimate argument to be made that we could be at the precipice, really at the onset of an incredible bull run in the price of Bitcoin. So when you look at those two charts, you say to yourself, okay, well, hey, arguably we're probably a better value today than we were a year ago. If you had to invest in either company, I think an argument could be made that SDIG today is a better investment than SDIG a year ago. So that's something to think about and contemplate. Okay, let's see what transpires in the market tomorrow. Until then, let's stay positive, let's be great, and I'll see you then.